We learn accounting in our colleges and universities. We know how to record the most complex transaction into the books of accounts. Now, after passing our college or university, we join a company. Then we come to know that the accounting is not manual, it is fully automated. They are using a ERP solution. Then we realize, why did we learn accounting in pen and paper? Why did we skip the IT classes? What is up, fellas? My name is Shobhadro and I welcome you all to Debit Credit Nation. And today we'll talk about accounting software, also known as ERP. There are going to be three separate segments in today's video. As we move forward, we move from manual to automatic mode of accounting. So we'll start with Excel, that is accounting in Excel. Then in the second segment, we'll talk about accounting in Tally. Tally is an ERP solution. And then finally, we move to SAP. SAP is the most widely used ERP solution. Now let's start with Excel first. Suppose you're a shop owner and you sell mobile phone, headphones or laptop or electronic goods. When you maintain your accounts in an Excel, for example, suppose Kevin Peterson is one of your customer and you sell a lot of mobile phones to Kevin Peterson and then you collect money from him. So how do you open this customer's ledger account? Suppose on 1st April you sold 3 Samsung mobiles worth 15,000 each to Kevin Peterson. So you record the sales entry to the debit side. So total amount is 45,000. Then again on 5th April you sold say 5 HP laptops. Sales price of each item is 60,000. So total amount receivable from Kevin Peterson is 3 lakh. And then suppose on 9th April Kevin Peterson returned back one phone. The phone had some problem, so 15,000 is adjusted. So you credit this sales amount, this 15,000. Then after that on 18th April, suppose you sell SR printer, 2 SR printer to Kevin Peterson, sales price of each printer being 12,000, so total receivable is 24,000. Now on 10th April, suppose Kevin Peterson makes a payment of rupees 2,50,000. Now the problem with Excel is that when we receive a payment, we don't know this payment belongs to which invoice. So is it like we are getting a payment of rupees 2,50,000, so out of 250,000, 45,000 should be adjusted with the first receivable and the rest with the second receivable? We don't have that link. Now again on 24th April, the customer makes another payment of 50,000 and then say on the month end he mentions that I'm not going to pay you 10,000, so you write off bad debt, you credit his account with 10,000. So at the end of the month of April you realize that you need to collect 44,000 from Kevin Peterson because this is the total receivable 3,69,000 and out of which he has made these many payments. So he has made this couple of payment and this one he has returned and this one he mentioned that he is not going to pay you back. So there is a balance of 44,000. So you need to follow up with Kevin Peterson. Hey, you owe me 44,000. Please make the payment. So this is how you manually maintain accounts in Excel. Now let's move to an ERP solution. A simple ERP solution which is called Tally. Let's see in Tally how do we record transaction with customers or debtors. So this is Tally. This is just educational version, so all the postings I have to make in only in a single date. So suppose this is my company name, Debit Credit Nation, now in Tally. So as I mentioned that now this is automated. You don't need to manually book entries, you don't need to manually record transaction. So if I go to the balance sheet and under current assets, under sundry debtors, I see Shawn Michaels is one of my customer. So I double click. So I see these many transactions have happened with Shawn Michaels. See the traditional ledger that we follow academically, where we have a debit side and a credit side, is not same as how Tally shows us. So if I go to Tally, it says, so there is one debit column and a credit column. Both of them are standing next to each other. So if I go to, so as I told you that this is an educational version, so all the transactions have happened on 2nd May. So my first sale, let me double click. So this is my first sale. So I can see to Shawn Michaels I sold 3 pieces of Dell laptop, the sales price of each laptop being 75,000, so total 2,25,000, and here there is no GST involved. Next, Now then after that we have collected the money. So out of 2,25,000 which was the total due, we have received 1 lakh amount of money. See what kind of details it has. So the bank account we can mention over here. Then we can have this functionality as against reference. So we'll talk about this later. Just I'm going to make a manual payment and show you how this payment linking against the receivable can be done in an ERP software. So then there is another cell, say the sale is of 1 lakh 300. So if I get inside, so see I have sold to Shawn Michaels one HP laptop of sales price of which being 85,000. So one piece, this is the rate and this is the total amount. Then there is a GST involved, so output GST. So it's an intra-state sale, that is I am selling within my state, so I have to pay output CGST and output SGST. Next what you can see, there is another sales. This sale is an intra-state, so you can see my output, there is only IGST which is of 28%. Then let's see what are the transaction. Then we have a credit note. What is a credit note? Credit note is nothing but sales return. So Shawn Michaels has returned one of the Samsung phones. So see what I can track my returns and all these details I can mention, like dispatch through, destination, courier name, bill of lading, motor vehicle number through which the delivery has taken place, okay, original invoice number, all this linking we can do. So whenever there's a return involved, we need to mention out of the sales that we have made which sales item gets returned. So that linking we can make in an ERP software which is I'm using right now, which is Tally. So this is one of the Samsung phone returned. Next, on the last 3 days I have received 3 payments from Shawn Michaels, one from SBI, and there are 2 other cash receipts. Now if I see the total, there is a total closing balance of 5,30,000. That means Shawn Michaels still owes me 5,30,000 rupees. Now let's post a payment in Shawn Michaels account and let's see how does it behave. So I'll click on escape, and I'll go to the vouchers. Now I'm going to receive payment, so I'm going to click on the receipt tab, which is F6. The shortcut of is F6. So suppose I receive the payment from SBI, so I click on S. I have this option. So suppose he makes a payment via SBI check. Now in SBI I already have 74,000 debit balance. This ERP system, this is one of the benefit that while recording each transaction I can see how much balance I have in my account. Now from whom I'm receiving payment? I'm receiving payment from Shawn Michaels. So I just entered S and it prompts me what are the items I have from S. I am going to select Shawn Michaels, and suppose so Shawn Michaels owes me 5,30,000. Suppose I am going to receive say 30,000. So I am putting 30,000. Now as soon as I hit enter, it asks me is it an advance payment or against reference. So I'm going to select against reference. Now see what are the bills due. Tally is going to show me. So for there is one bill due for 28,000. So let me adjust my 30,000 with this 28,000. So this way I am linking. So this is going to be credit. So I am linking my payment belongs to which invoice. In my previous example, so here this 2,50,000, I did not know this 2,50,000 belongs to a payment against this Samsung mobile or against this HP laptop. That linking was not possible while we maintain accounts manually. But ERP, Tally is an ERP. Here I can match. So I can mention that out of this 30,000, 28,000 belongs to my invoice number 1. Now next against I have to adjust 2 more thousand. So I'm going to click on against reference. So now I have this invoice number 4. So let me adjust with invoice number 4. I can adjust 2,000. So my entire 30,000 has been adjusted. Now so since I am receiving via check, so I can mention my check number, instance number. So let me test TEST1. So let me escape, not applicable. So collected 30,000 from Shawn. Okay, now accept. So I have recorded this transaction. Let me go back to my balance sheet and check what is the balance of Shawn Michaels. So I go to current assets. Now under current assets I have these sundry debtors. Under sundry debtors I have Shawn Michaels. See, now my balance becomes 50,000 and this is my last 30,000 payment. Okay, so that is how the payment gets adjusted. So you see, a lot of automation has happened. And let me post one invoice to Shawn Michaels. I can, so since I have made a payment, let me post one invoice and show you how is it done in ERP solutions. So I go back to vouchers again. So I click on vouchers. Now this is going to be a sales. I'm going to click on this F8, which is sales voucher. So again, I'm going to sell it to Shawn Michaels. So I'm going to select Shawn Michaels. So delivery note. So whenever I'm going to sell something, I need to deliver my product from my factory or from my showroom to Shawn Michaels's premise, Shawn Michaels's home. So suppose I'm going to use delivery note SAL slash today is 10th of June. So 1006. Dispatch document number SR laptop 1. Bill of lading blah blah blah, motor vehicle number I can mention like WB, something like that. Okay, so buyer is Shawn Michaels, it's his GST number and all is mentioned over here, so I cannot change the date. So suppose I select interstate sale, that is from one state to another state. Now I'm going to sell SR laptop. So see if I have 10 SR laptops. So this is one more feature. You can see how many laptops you have. Suppose you have only 10 SR laptops, you cannot sell 15. So you have to sell either 10 or less than 10. So that option also is available in an ERP solution. So out of 10, I'm going to sell say 3 laptops. Okay. So quantity I mentioned 3. Then rate, suppose say 40,000. So it has already multiplied. So 1,20,000 is going to be the bill amount. Then since it's an interstate sale, I need to enter IGST. So output IGST, say 24%. Now it has calculated the GST amount. I can add more details over here, whether I'm sending it via road. Suppose I am sending via road. This is my vehicle via which I am sending the delivery of 3 SR laptops. Then sold SR laptops. Okay. Then I'm going to say yes. Complete. Now let's go back to balance sheet and check what is the balance of Shawn Michaels now. So under current assets, sundry debtors, Shawn Michaels. So now I see the balance which was 5 lakh, now it has increased by 1,48,800, and this is my balance. Now if I want to download this, like what are the transaction I have done with Shawn Michaels, suppose I want to download it. So what I can do, I can click on this columnar. So I can add more column to it, like these many fields I can add. So let me add all the fields, relevant fields available to me. So I'm going to click on export and click on current. Now I'll click on send. So see, it is downloading into an Excel version. Now the download has taken place. See what are the extra features I have. So it is also an Excel version, and the previous one was also in Excel. So what are the see the difference? When we record account manually, we have these many details, versus when I record account via an ERP. See, we have these many details. We have PAN number, we have GST number, a lot of features we can add over here. Okay, like what is the total amount of output CGST, output SGST. So the total we have, so 6750 is my total CGST that I need to collect from Shawn Michaels. Similarly, total IGST I need to collect. This is my total IGST that I need to collect from Shawn Michaels. Or he has made payment of 70,000 from via cash and 1,41,000 this figure via SBI accounts. It also says what type of voucher. It's a sale, it's a cash collection, sales returns, cash, sales. So all these details we have in ERP compared to the Excel. Next, I'm going to show you how to use the same functionality in SAP. Now let's see how the accounting is done in SAP. You'll see a major difference between Tally and SAP, because SAP is a premium ERP software. So previously we checked the accounting of customers. Now I'm going to check the accounting of vendor in SAP. So in order to check the account balance of any particular vendor, there's a T code that I need to execute, which is FBL1N, and I have my vendor ready with me. So this is my vendor number. See what are the features in SAP we have. In SAP we assign numbers to a particular vendor because there can be multiple vendors or customers. So we identify each vendor or each customer with a particular number. Now first I'm going to click on all items, then I need to execute. So this vendor, I need to pay $7,920 to this vendor. Now you see a lot of traffic lights. This red lights means these invoices are still open, that is these invoices are still unpaid, and the green ones means these invoices are paid. Now if I want to check only the unpaid invoices, I can click on open items. Unpaid means open items. Now if I again execute, I see only the red lights, that is only the unpaid invoices are being shown. So these 5 invoices are left with which are not yet paid. Now if I go back and I click on cleared item and I execute once again, then I can see only the invoices which are cleared, that is the green ones. And if I come back and I click on all items, I can see all the invoices in one go, that is whether they are cleared or whether they are opened. Now what other features does SAP provide to us? Suppose, see, you see this red colored sign over here. So this means that these invoices are overdue. That means the due date of these invoices have gone, but we haven't made the payment. Now how do we see the due date? So we can click here and we can add the due date in our screen, because currently the due date is not being shown. So I'm going to pull in the due dates over here. So see, the due dates are available here. So all the due dates are in past, that is all the invoices, these 5 invoices are were due back in April, and currently it is June. So all the invoices are due. Okay, and so that way we can add more fields to it. Now if I get inside of any particular document, suppose this invoice, this 4500 invoice I want to get in. So I'll double click and I click on this overview screen. So I see what is debited and what is credited. So in SAP, since a lot of people uses SAP, those people may not be from commerce background, so they don't know what is debit and what is credit. So for them, a plus item is debit. Sorry. So for them, a positive item is debit and a negative item is credit. Okay, so for vendor, open item should be in credit balance, so that's why whatever open items you see, all of them are in negative, and the total is also in negative. Now whenever we make a payment, the payment will be in positive. So here I have made a payment of this one. So there was an invoice of $3,000 which I paid. So the invoice was due on 4/4, that is 4th of April, which I paid on 10th of June. So see, the payment appears in plus, that means it's a debit, and the invoice appears in minus, that means it's a credit. So, and also we see this clearing document. So we can see, if I click on this clearing document and if I put a filter over here, that way we understand that what item has cleared which one. So see, the invoice of 1 all 0 gets cleared by payment of 15 all 0. Okay, so this feature was not available in Tally. This feature is also available. So similar to Tally, I'm just going to make one payment. For example, this 1400, this invoice I need to pay. Suppose I'm going to pay this invoice which is of $1400 and it is overdue. So I need to execute one more T code, F-53. Now I need the vendor number. Let me get inside. Yeah, this is the vendor number. Okay, I need to enter today's date as document date. Then I need to enter house bank, like the bank from which we are making the payment, and amount. So I'm going to pay 4500, and here I will enter my vendor that I'm going to pay, and here this is a field called value date. I need to populate this one as well. Now I need to click on process open items. So currently there are 5 open items, and the total is 7950. Now once I pay this 4500 invoice, my open item will get reduced. So this red item, this invoice which is appearing on the red side, will get shifted to the green side. So I'll click on process open item. So here I'll see whatever items are open. So I just want to pay the third one. Now I'm going to click on save. So once the payment gets posted, there is a new document generated. Now let me go back to my account balance screen. So currently we see 5 items appearing on top as a red item and 4 items are cleared which are green. So I'm expecting this invoice, which is 19,00139, to be moved from the red, that is open item, into the green cycle, which is cleared item. Now I'm going to click on refresh, and my total balance, which is of 7920, which is also going to be reduced by 4500. So I'll click on refresh. So see, the 4500 gets removed from the red ones because now it is paid. It is no more an open item and it comes here below. So, and also, so the invoice of 19,00139 gets paid by 15,002. So we have this clearing document as well. So I can put a filter on the clearing document to check which item has cleared which item. So now this is the clearing, and my total open item balance is also get reduced. For example, it was 7920, now it has become 3420. So this way we do accounting in SAP. Just a summary of what we do. A lot of functionalities are available in SAP. A lot of automation can be done compared to Tally, and obviously compared to Excel, manual Excel. So this is just a glimpse of what we can do. If you think we are doing a good job, you can like and subscribe to our channel.